7.5 day 1, take about 13. Today's goal is to understand solving an equation or inequality as a process of answering a question. Which values from a specified set, if any, make the equation or inequality true? We're going to use substitution to determine whether a given number in a specified set makes an equation or inequality true. Okay, we need to make sure that we follow our order of operations, so we have a quick little review for you. And remember, order of operations is, you've heard PEMDAS before, which is parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. What we need to make sure that we do is take our time and go through and look at these two problems. We have 2/5 times x times 10 plus 2 to the 4th divided by 5/3. With our order of operations, we do our exponents first, so 2 to the 4th. We change 2 to the 4th to 16, and now we go through our actual steps. Okay. We now have 4x, which is 2 to the 5th x times 10, plus 16 over 1. I changed it to a fraction so I could do my division problem before I do my addition. After I change flip, I end up with 4x plus 8 3/5. Over here on the opposite side, I do my multiplication first. 4x times 8/5, and I end up with 6 2/5 x. Then I would divide that by 4/3, and I end up with 24 over 5x plus 4 minus 1. So I end up with 4 4/5 x plus 3. So that's that order of operations that you need to follow. Now to solve our two-step equations, you've done some of this already before. We have 2m minus 7 equals a negative 19. With that, first thing we need to do is add the opposite. So we write the original equation, change it to addition, and then add the opposite to both sides. So now we have 2m plus 0 equals negative 12. From there, we then use the division property of equality and divide each side by 2. So we're reversing that multiplication that we were doing before. We come up with m equals negative 6. To check, we replace m in our problem with negative 6. And we have 2 times negative 6, which is negative 12, minus 7, which equals negative 19. And that is a true equation, so that means that I've done things properly. What I want you to do right now is pause the video and answer the two problems that you have down on the bottom. Now that you're back after solving the problems, here is our answers for these two problems. Most importantly, I've gone through and actually completed the check for each of these problems. We go through step by step. I have a negative 9 here, so I add 9 to both sides, and I end up with 6 times d equals 24. Divide by 6, and d equals 4. Then I do my check. I replace d with 4, so 6 times 4 is 24, minus 9 equals 15. 24 minus 9 is 15, and I have 15 equals 15, and we're all balanced. Same thing over here. The opposite of a positive 18 is a negative 18, so I'm going to add negative 18 to both sides, and I have negative 10 equals 5r. I divide by my negative 5, and I end up with 2. And there's my check. Do the 4 problems on the back of the page right here, and pause the video, take care of it, and then we'll come back and answer those problems. Here are the answers and check for the first two problems. Okay. I have u equaling negative 3. I replace it into the substitute it back into the problem. I get negative 25 equals negative 25, and I'm all good. Same thing over here. I have 9 equaling t, so we balance the equation out. We find out that 40 equals 40, and we're all good. Down at the bottom, it's the same process over and over and over and over and over again. You need to make sure that you go through it step by step. You have that r equals -2 and x equals -4 1/3. Make sure that you check your work and go